Hi, my name is John Perry. I'm here to talk to you today about the squat and a few patterns and regressions that go with it. And in my opinion, there's a few things we got to tackle first before we can advance on to any sort of barbell squat variation, whether it be front squat, back squat, safety bar squat, whatever it may be. There's two things we got to tackle before we advance onto those. The first one is a body weight squat. We got to hit that. We got to be able to control our body. Once we can control our body, we know what we're doing. Add an external load with a goblet squat. So for a body weight squat, to get a nice proper setup and have our feet slightly wider than hip width, toes pointing out at an angle. And now the first thing I teach when people are squatting is their hips need to go back. That's their first move. Hips go back, weights on their heels and their midfoot, and they're gonna sit down in between their heels with all their weight on the heel and midfoot. Nice big chest, knees out the whole time, nice and in line with the shoelaces on their shoe, eyes straight ahead. So they're gonna come down, bring it down nice and low with it to at least parallel, and then drive it back up as they accelerate back up to the starting position. From there, once they've shown me they can do a body weight squat, no problem, we're gonna advance onto a goblet squat. Now usually I would teach it with a dumbbell, however today all I have is a kettlebell, which you can still use, still get the same benefit. So the only thing that's different with the kettlebell is you're gonna hold it right here at our chest, gonna hold it by the horns. Same setup as with the body weight squat, just now since we've got an external load, going to take in a nice big breath into our core to help brace. So all it is, a few reps real quick, bring it up nice and tight, big breath in, and then exhale on the way up. Everything else stays the same. And then from there, once you've shown that you can handle a goblet squat with the external load, we'll advance onto a back squat. Now a few key things for the back squat is you always want to have a proper setup for the shortest person in your group. Now you want to set up the bar so it comes right across the chest for that person. That way they don't have to struggle bringing the bar out of the rack. And then you also want to set the catches right around the middle of the thigh. That way if the spotter fails or something happens, the person needs to dump the bar, they need to bail, they can just drop the weight on the catches, no problem. Everybody's safe, we can all get on with our day, no issues. So Kristen's going to knock out a couple reps with the back squat for us real quick. Just gonna walk it in. Now the first thing with the back squat that's different, you're gonna get under the bar, you're gonna pinch your shoulder blades together to create a nice base for that bar to rest on top of your traps. And then everything else is the same after that. So go ahead and walk it out. Set your feet about slightly wider than hip width, toes out a little bit. And then from here, big breath into your belly. Go ahead and squat down. And then drive it back up, blowing that breath out, good. Another one. All that weight staying on the heels, drive it up. Nice big chest, go ahead, walk it in. Good. Now, a few things that you want to watch out for when people are squatting is you want to make sure their knees don't cave in while they're squatting. That's just asking for a knee injury. And that's also probably a little bit of a precursor that the person needs to do a little more glute med work and they need to focus on a little bit more technique. Another thing that you don't want to see is a person's chest caving over as they're squatting. To me, that says that that person's core is too weak, their back's too weak. Yes, their legs may be able to handle the load, no issue there. However, the weight's too much for their core and their back. You can get their back stronger and their core stronger. Another thing it's common to see is people will shift to the left or to the right. That's just their dominant side taking over. Unilateral strengthening exercises will take care of that. And then after you get everything straightened out, technique-wise, strength-wise, then you start progressing them even more onto the weight and other squat variations if you want. So that's what I got today. Thank you.